It looks like we're going to be in for a very volatile week. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBit Solutions, and let's just go ahead and jump right into it. I want to make sure you have a full understanding of what is going on, especially right now during the overnight hours. Overnight futures opened a few hours ago, almost 2 hours ago from when I'm filming this video, and it looks like NASDAQ market is down 0.69%. So a pretty decent gap down. The question might be, okay, well, why is this happening? Very simple. Federal prosecutors have opened a criminal investigation into Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Now, again, we're all entitled to our own opinion. You can feel free to share your opinion down in the comment section. Now, our opinions don't mean that we are correct. It means that based off of what we know and what we feel, that's our opinion, right? Let's not talk about opinion so much, and let's talk more about the facts. This is exactly what Jerome Powell has responded to, which he never responds. This is the first time. Jerome Powell has been, threatened by Trump before. Jerome Powell has been mocked by Trump before. He never said anything back. He never said anything during major events. We all know that Jerome Powell has so much influence, especially with his word during the FOMC rate decisions, the press conferences, and the CPI data reports, or what follows after, right? Never said anything until today. This was posted from the official website of the Federal Reserve. Feel free to look it up yourself, but I wanted to show it to you.
Good evening. On Friday, the Department of Justice served the Federal Reserve with grand jury subpoenas, threatening a criminal indictment related to my testimony before the Senate Banking Committee last June. That testimony concerned in part a multi-year project to renovate historic Federal Reserve office buildings. I have deep respect for the rule of law and for accountability in our democracy. No one, certainly not the chair of the Federal Reserve, is above the law. But this unprecedented action should be seen in the broader context of the administration's threats and ongoing pressure. This new threat is not about my testimony last June or about the renovation of the Federal Reserve buildings. It is not about Congress's oversight role. The Fed, through testimony and other public disclosures, made every effort to keep Congress informed about the renovation project. Those are pretexts. The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president. This is about whether the Fed will be able to continue to set interest rates based on evidence and economic conditions, or whether instead monetary policy will be directed by political pressure or intimidation. I have served at the Federal Reserve under 4 administrations, Republicans and Democrats alike. In every case, I have carried out my duties without political fear or favor, focused solely on our mandate of price stability and maximum employment. Public service sometimes requires standing firm in the face of threats. I will continue to do the job the Senate confirmed me to do, with integrity and a commitment to serving the American people. Thank you.
Again, you don't have to like Jerome Powell. That is, based off your opinion, completely okay. Jerome Powell, in my opinion, in comparison to Trump, right? There's been, especially this past week, there's been things that I've agreed with Trump, and there's things that I don't agree with. Him attacking Jerome Powell, because we all know that's what it is. He's targeting Jerome Powell because Jerome Powell and the committee, it's not just him, right? It's a committee that votes on what the Federal Reserve will decide to do with the interest rates. That is why Trump is so bothered, because they won't listen to him. But guess what? The whole point of the Federal Reserve is that they are independent. You don't have to like it or agree with it. That's the way that it works. It doesn't matter what the president wants. It doesn't matter what you want. You don't have to agree with Jerome Powell, but guess what? It's not just this guy, right? It's the entire committee that has collectively voted on the rate decisions, and they are just not cutting rates quick enough according to Trump, because again, he wants to stimulate the economy. In my opinion, this is a horrible take, and a take that will lead Trump to just be made to look like a fool. Once again, in the sense of targeting Jerome Powell when all he's ever done is his job. Like you said, he's he's had his role under 4 different administrations, Trump being one of them and Biden being another. Like, that is just like the really funny part, is that a lot of people also resort to the idea of like, oh, well, Trump, he's never liked Trump. Trump nominated him. Trump nominated Jerome Powell as the head of the Federal Reserve. Like, that's the part that I just think like now people are now just being hypocrites, because now you have a guy that doesn't want to do what the president wants to do and wants to do what he is hired to do. And that is be the head of the Federal Reserve and work with the committee to come to a decision of what they believe is best for the American people. Again, if you understand inflation, if you understand the weak labor market, if you understand the certain pressures that have been applied to our economy and how it has been making it more difficult for Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve to, try to put out 2 fires simultaneously. And that is the issue that they are currently having right now, where you can't do one without the other. You want to aggressively cut rates? Okay, then it's going to put us back to square one, where inflation will aggressively begin to increase, just like we saw back in 2020 and 2021. And then we were left with 40-year high inflations at 9.1%. So again, it's trying to strengthen the labor market by cutting rates, but also not cutting rates too aggressively, that then it begins to go against the Fed's mandate of a 2% target for the inflation rate, because cutting rates is inflationary. The average American doesn't understand that, and we know that, right? The average American is uninformed, and they're just like, well, if Trump is saying that this guy's bad, I don't like this guy, and yeah, he should be removed. You don't have to like Jerome Powell to understand his role and how little he has been outspoken against anyone and anything. For someone that holds this much power and this much influence, he rarely ever talks outside of his job. He focuses on every speech that he has, because he knows how much influence he has. In my opinion, and again, you don't have to agree with me, in my opinion, I think that he does a great job being so careful with what he says, because he knows how much influence he has. Where on the other hand, we have Trump that throws a tweet out every time he feels like it to move markets. Buy now. Now is a good time to buy. Just very outlandish, 2 very different personalities. Now again, to each their own, right? We're all entitled to our own opinion. You can think someone is more right than the other, but at the end of the day, again, this is why markets are dropping. Knowing that the head of the Federal Reserve is now going to clash with Trump, the markets know also that this is a lost battle for Trump. There's nothing that he can do with this investigation and what they're looking into. If you saw the actual video where Trump called out Powell and said, "Oh, you guys spent this amount of money and spent 3 times of what was actually originally anticipated." And Jerome Powell on the spot corrects him that, no, you are not reading that correctly. And then Trump just resorts to an insult and tries to throw it under the bus, because he doesn't know what he is trying to blame Powell for. All he wants is lower rates. And that's fine that he wants that. I can see why, because he wants to stimulate the economy more in his benefit under his term. But guess what? That is why the Federal Reserve is independent. It's not on his timeline that they have to abide by whatever the president wants. And again, that might offend some people, because you might love Trump, and that's fine that you have, great love for the president. I think that's great. But understand that this is what separates the Federal Reserve and the power of the president. It's supposed to be independent. So I just wanted to make sure that you were aware. The other thing that can present some volatility is that a big focus for us this week is going to be credit card companies. Supposedly, there will be a violation of the law if they charge over 10% interest rates after January 20th. So it's going to be interesting to see if this actually sticks, and then also all the different credit card companies that are publicly traded to see how they react to this kind of news, because obviously it's going to eat into their margins. Also, I thought this was quite funny, not super serious, but acting president of Venezuela. This is what Donald Trump took to Truth Social. Again, just foolish things where I kind of wish sometimes Trump would just shut up. Like, he posts things like that, and I get it, it's like for humor, but it's really just to piss people off. I'm not from Venezuela. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, it really seems like a lot of people from Venezuela actually like what it is that he has done or has been a part of. I think that's great. But then doing things like this could be just that gray line that why even cross it, right? And then going back to that 10% interest rate cut. So again, a lot to talk about this upcoming week. A lot of volatility is bound to present itself. But again, like we've always said, we are here and ready for the market to react, and we'll make sure that we trade accordingly. I'll see you tomorrow for our live trading session. If you want to tune on in, it's the second link in the description down below. And again, I trade live every single morning right at market open with my LPP team. It's exclusive, it's private. We have members that joined back in 2018. They paid once, and they still get to watch me trade live every single day moving forward. So again, they still watch me trade live today. If you want to check it out and you want to tune on in, second link in the description down below. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.